They certainly do, Alex. You've set it all down, and we'll see whether VP can pick it up. It is going to be a must-win map for themselves, but it is to pick a FaZe here, as we'll see them presumably on the T side, and indeed they will be. It's going to be a couple of smokes here for FaZe. We've got the PD-50 for coldzera. We know he can do some impressive things with the weapon, but can he deliver here? 2 smokes, 1 Molotov, and they'll make their way towards the B side of the map here, focusing towards the B apartments, but the bomb started to edge its way towards middle. James to defend. We know he's in good form right now, and he's ready for this first pick towards mid.
Well, as we noted with the T side pistol round from FaZe on overpass, it was very progressional. They were taking key areas of the map. This time round, it looks like they want to be setting up a window boost. So top mid control to come out. A smoke to land momentarily towards catwalk. I think that Molotov's missed. It's meant to go towards window.
Ooh, okay. A missed molly does mean that the window peak is going to be aggressive. James straight out of jungle and straight out of the round. Kickert is the first man on the scene, and that's a spectacular shot onto the head of Brokey. He's not going to find another one. Rain is just having a mad one right now. He's got the bomb. He might want to pass that off to a teammate just to keep going.
Yeah, I think you might be right. The USP is found for Olofmeister. Still not planting. Rain, do you know you have the bomb? We'll see whether they can get this one under control. Finally, the plan will come through. It's going to be a 4 versus 2. Rain still on for the ace here, bear in mind, as Sanji will take a few warning shots there towards CT spawn. And Rain, understandably so, he's up for a bit of a fight here, and he continues to find headshots. And he'll take down Sanji, the penultimate player, still on for the ace here, and he knows that Buster is around here somewhere. Holding towards CT spawn for now. coldzera going to try and allow him to get the ace here. They wanted to build him up. Rain swinging in for it.
Yeah,
you can see him coming. He always has it here. It could be enough, and Buster knows it. He wants to deny the psychological advancement, and we will see Buster take him down. Maybe even a couple of frags here, but it is going to be the round for FaZe as they find themselves 1-0. Good B, or A execution, I should say. Rain getting 4 kills in total.
Yeah, let's see these again. So this was a ridiculous jumping shot.
Yikes.
He hits another into a Adren. This was the shot that blew me away coming up next. This little tap. Look at this angle you get on the head. Boop. Sanji, good night.
Just to note, I did call out the missed Molotov. This is Nico, the man about to throw that Molotov, I believe. Or it might be the other way around. Hold on, that's the smoke. This, here he comes, and he nudges his teammate, and it doesn't land in the window. So he nudged Brokey there.
The power of positioning. It's multifaceted. Watch those nades. And now, talking of nades, they're all just throwing nades and bodies into B, but they've stacked 4 CTs here. Oh, a disaster on the cards. I can feel it coming. Nico, he's running out of time. He's running out of teammates. He's lost another one. All onto Brokey, a 1v3. James still lingering in the smoke, chipping away. They're going to triple peek him. He's so screwed. Another frag, but Kickert will find it. And the FaZe Clan B side push, rush even, does not fall on deaf ears.
Yeah, we have been talking about this for some time. It's Mirage is the worst defender for it. The B rush in the second round, when you know they're force buying, it can be problematic.
Yeah, this time round, FaZe actually had all the smokes you'd want. They had the pillar smokes down to cover on off. They just plucked out of the air there. VP swarmed. They were constantly in their face. You could see right there, Brokey, when he was left in that 1-on-3, didn't even have a chance to breathe or pivot into a more advantageous position. Yeah,
like B-Rush is unnecessarily wrong. It's just you're not giving yourself the highest percentage chance of winning and taking advantage of the fact you have superior weaponry. You're running into the abyss, the unknown. As we'll see Rain actually get up towards window. A couple of kills here for FaZe now. The P250 working out for Olofmeister. This kill is huge, and Kickert will be the one to find it. They'll take the man advantage at the same time here with the Galil in the hands of Buster. He'll take Olof, and Nico still towards connector for now.
Cold has a deagle. We saw what he did versus Tyloo on this map alone, and then think about that Dust 2 highlight we showed you to kick off the day. This man and that weapon, it could be deadly if he finds the heads. But they have a lot of work to do with 1:10 left on the clock and the bomb well and truly in the CT territory. It's not going to be as easy this time round.
No. coldzera's cleared out A, so he's going to be walking, I would imagine, towards Nico's position. Could go all the long way around to CT. They have the time, but I think he spotted him. Yeah, look at his crosshair. You saw just the bottom of Nico's stylish FaZe Clan backpack.
That smoke's going to hamper coldzera as well. If Nico was set up there to try and flush Buster into the open, so coldzera could finish off that kill if he tried to scamper out of the ladder room and head back catwalk, well, they have to change that plan right now. 30 seconds left on the clock, and any more damage they can do to the economy will be great, but another smoke to buy more time, and now Nico and Cold with some fantastic movement here from Nico. He's going to get up into the vent room position.
Promising.
Away with the MP9, and Sanji's there with the save.
Looks like you're all done here. 1 kill from coldzera. We know he's good with the Desert Eagle, but that's all he'll find. 2 players to survive here on the VP side. The pick of FaZe, after winning the pistol, leads them to a deficit here of 2-1 with a full eco on the cards. Objective, get the bomb down, usually towards middle, up towards short. Can just do a B rush once again after the initial grenades are thrown, but a good chance now for VP to farm some cash. 3 MP9s, just $2,000 per player, nothing invested here apart from Nico's Deagle.
It's good to see VP going for the force buys still. Something that I fell into a bad habit as an in-game leader was I didn't think that we could win on our individual prowess. So I would always go, no, let's play it safe, let's take those ecos. But sometimes you have to back in your individuals to show we can fight you toe-to-toe. So having the force buys come in and then being able to convert one, it's a good way to keep FaZe Clan on notice and force them to play with respect.
Right.
Run boost at the start here and a ding towards the window room. James taking care of it though. That's rained down. And at this point, just a matter of time before they finish this one off. Just Glocks and armor, or no armor I should say, Olofmeister and Brokey. Already been tagged up. No need to swing on these kills, but you can forget them for trying. They've got the MP9s. They're trying to farm some cash, get this round over with. They know it's a foregone conclusion. Just want to make sure it's clean at this stage. 2 players towards window. Nico waiting for an opportunity. Just the Desert Eagle. And there's the chance. Unable to convert it.
They're really drawing these ones out, aren't they, FaZe? They want to give them any opportunity to turn these rounds on their head. They will run down the clock, seek out any mistakes from VP that are coming through.
I wonder how much of this is just a product of some of the rounds they've been winning recently.
Yeah.
You know, like you've won so many of these Deagle rounds off the back of your individuals that you're probably going to be slowing them down even more than you normally would, just because you've seen the power of time on these small buys for that squad.
Yeah, once upon a time, these rounds used to just be gimmies. We'd expect them to be over and done with very quickly. But now with the way that high-level Counter-Strike is progressing, every single round is winnable, even when they aren't investing in too much at all. But now they will be investing, and with everything one would hope as the AKs come out. I didn't see any Kriegs getting purchased right there with on that T side of FaZe, but maybe not necessarily needed if they want to be more agile and try something quicker. Normally through middle when you're running those defaults, you want to get into those smokes as quickly as possible.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Well, that's a very deep smoke that's just been launched.
Is it on like the T side of ramp? It is. That's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
They should be able to one-way that as well to see the players' little toes
little
on
booties.
the wall. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. So a very cool smoke there. Virtus.pro got a few named after them on Dust 2. They're called the Avant-Garde smokes, to be fair, but the sentiment still remains.
It certainly does. It's representing the players that came up with it or made it most prominent. Usually it's not those that came up with it, as we covered actually in our conversation yesterday.
Sure, exactly that.
You steal them from the teams beneath you.
And then whoever does the flashiest play over first becomes theirs.
Yeah.
Either way, 5-on-5 for now. Good map control for FaZe. They've got CPO and Connector under their remit. Seems to be detected though, as the spam and HE come through doing a lot of damage. Rain can't react to it. He has to suggest that he's not there.
And Olof's head is removed. James very quick on the E trigger with the AWP. They are coming towards ramp. And now he's positioned in a perfect spot to deal with this. It will be a dry peak. And there's more from jungle. He's so aware. The comms have come in. They know where Nico is. And James going to get him. No issues. He's even going to be swinging into ramp. Gets the last. All onto Cold. He's already tapped away at 2 heads. He's looking for an ace clutch. He's done a ridiculous thing so far here at EPL Season 11. But I mean, a 1v3 ace clutch with 20 seconds on the clock. I'm afraid that does just seem, even that seems too impossible for coldzera. We will see the 4th for Virtus.pro.
Yeah, they're looking very confident
Very well
here.
done.
Yeah, perfectly played round. Not giving too much away. Good smoke towards the A ramp at the start. We haven't really seen that before, to be honest with you. Like thrown over the top to land on the T side. Normally it's thrown at the top of the T steps to allow some wiggle room up there to get set up for an explosion. So that's really cool. They've got that deep smoke that actually denies any sort of access towards the T ramp. Another eco for FaZe. After winning the pistol, they're 4-1 down. Desert Eagles, one smoke, a couple of flashes this time, so not the full eco. coldzera has got Deagle armor as well. The reasons Chad stated before, his Deagle is probably one of the best in the game as it stands right now of his form. Flash over, and Adren might slow them down here.
So it looks like VP are more than happy to let them into the mid choke point, but this is where they want to deal out all of their damage. We saw last round they threw that nade and the speculative shots through the wooden boards onto Rain's position. knew what to look for. And yeah, I think VP have definitely done their homework here on how FaZe want to approach this map with some of their default strategies.
Not much you can do about that, though, is there?
Yeah, you can do all the research you want, but you can't prepare for the Deagles of FaZe Clan. A double kill for them to open up this deco round to specify.
So they're going to make sure they fall back at this point and head towards B. I could go even T-spawn at this stage. We'll see which way they're inclined. It looks to be the former. They have one incendiary, but still a good chance the VP stick the landing on this round. They've got 2 players towards B. Remember, no armor on the FaZe players. Even in a 5-on-3, I'd give the edge towards VP at this time.
Oh, but the incendiary going short means it's not apps, and so it's Sanji's bullets that have to do the heavy lifting alongside Kickit. That should be enough. Multi-kill central on B. Well played to back up, rotate, and be in the right place at the right time. A 1v2 for only the M4 and no armor.
It's been heard now.
Yeah, didn't lose a single player there in the 4 versus 2. As I mentioned, without the armor, the spray down potential there is just astronomical. You can see they had the perfect setup for it as well. Took a bit of a gamble having 2 players in towards B, and it turned out to pay off for them. Great shots from Rain and coldzera to kick things off here, but Sandy's perfect position, the low HP player first, and then the M4 ready and waiting just to gun them down upon entry to the side, denying the plant as well. Great positioning, using the sound cues and the timer to his advantage. Kicker closes the round out nicely.
The one thing that FaZe are doing here is making sure that Virtus.pro's bank balance can't swell out of control. Right now, we're in a fully invested round. Kicker has the most with just above 4K there. So VP, they don't need to, do too much more to win these rounds. That's not the problem. They just need to start holding on to a few more members so they can build this bank. They haven't had to retake yet. They've all been through elimination so far in this 5-round stretch that they put on the board.
Yeah, 5 in a row. That's maximum loss bonus for FaZe, but probably not a position they'd want to find themselves in after winning the pistol, to be honest with you. Game. Active on the map right now, moving around from middle. This time positioned towards B. Alone. Happy to hold towards short and the apartments here. Still has the incendiary for backup. And FaZe are presenting a very slow round, a default of swords. The bomb's still down in T-spawn. And you see a double stack towards the actual palace position as well. We've got Sanji and Adren working in tandem beneath in that shadow position here. Almost certainly going to extinguish any Molotovs there. And if one player goes down, you might not think 2 are in that spot. So that's why they're going to be positioned in that way. One can watch towards the ladder as well. And hopefully for them,
30 seconds.
they'll get a big spray down with them assuming just 1 kill would be enough towards shadow.
This is the FaZe Clan slow finish that we've seen fall flat a couple of times, but look at this. The clock is causing so much anxiety. Buster turned away, but he's back.
B's open.
But they're going A. The bomb's going A.
Going A. What is happening here? Olof has to be clean. He is, but there's so many more, and they've seen the bomb. There's no teammates there with him. He's
10
just got
seconds
to run in
over.
with his knife
What's going on?
Oh, it's a disaster. Who is pulling the strings here?
Well, no one right now.
What a nightmare
So,
of a round.
After time.
With what Henry was highlighting right there, yeah, you're right, after time, bloody hell. With what Henry was highlighting right there with that double under balcony setup, and we saw before when VP wanted to play close towards the A ramp as well with that kick at Smoke and Molotov, they're more than happy to give the mid control to FaZe. You want to take window, you want to take CPO, do it. That's fine, you can have it. We're not going to give you a pick. We're going to sit in the bomb sites in more forward positions ready to react because we know your extremities at most are going to have, what, 1, maybe 2 people coming through them in these late rounds. The majority of the attack for FaZe, it has to come through middle. If they don't find those opening picks, you can just see how stranded the individuals are.
Yeah. If you don't give them any targets to hit, that's when FaZe can start to drop off. They're going for the flash attack out of the palace position. We talked about this Inferno, very similar approach here. You need to find the opening kill and snowball from that, and it's going to be nothing but VP in the kill feed so far. 4 kills found. coldzera limps into the side of the Galil. He'll get 1 kill, but trust me, that's all he's getting. Sanji will close things out there, and Virtus.pro are in 5th gear.
They look great right now.
Yeah, this is convincing. Remember, this is the pick of FaZe as well.
Yeah, look. I was a little bit surprised to not see FaZe go towards Dust 2.
Me too, I couldn't believe it. Why would you even suggest Mirage at this point? Dust 2 seems to be the perfect response.
Yeah, maybe their woes in their recent games
They
cropping up
haven't,
to haunt them.
it's their T side that don't look great. I don't think their tactical depth is super impressive. I feel like their CT sides are great. Their individuals are enough to get them through most games. But when they find themselves stranded like they are right now against defensive teams like VP, that's when you can see problems with this setup here. They don't really necessarily have the same level of mid-round calls that other teams would. Yeah.
You kind of want someone to go outside of the playbook at this point to find them some opening frags, though. Because
that's what they usually do with Nico and Dust 2, for example, right? They'll just throw him out middle doors to try and find a pick.
It's a bit harder on Mirage. You need to use a bit of coordinated utility to give yourself this mid control. But with the way that they're defending towards A, by being very heavy towards Palace or very heavy towards a ramp, to get effective trades there is going to be difficult. And B, we know how much of a nightmare that is, and jumping up will be cold zero. The Deagles are out again. They have been successful in terms of finding frags, but nothing more. They've been able to do damage, but they haven't been able to convert rounds, and some of the kills that they're making are more just a little bit too late. Now, with these flashes and nades left over in Nico's and Olaf's hands, and these upgraded pistols, it looks like it will be the B hit. You can see the smoke coming over the wall right now. Sanji's going to get that Sand Q. He's got his back turned. Could be a big mow down.
Yeah, perfect anti-flash for the first two, but it catches him on the third. Buster, however, having no issues with these multi-frag potentials. Another one. Nico goes down. Brokey's got no chance, and Adren is the one to collect it. This is twice now FaZe have thrown their deco towards B, and twice VP have dusted it off like dust on their shoulder.
You'd want to take a pause right now if you are that of FaZe. It doesn't look like they're going to do so. You get the highlight here from Buster. Easy as that. Doesn't even have to move. No flashes, no smokes, nothing to worry about. It's a shooting gallery. Looks like he's playing Orb Skeet. It's a great map if you haven't played it.
It is. It's an old school map. It's been a while. I think we're going to be bringing it to our map rotation soon.
We'll bring the 3v3s back. We did have a few days hiatus from the 3v3s, but we'll be bringing them back when we get a shot.
Yeah, when we get a chance. For now, though, 8-1. VP running away with the first half of the second map. They just gave up overpass if you missed it. And FaZe, they don't really have a response. This is the fake coming in now. You can see they've thrown the kitchen sink in towards A. Molotov, smoke, flashes, and Nico. They'll be trying to suggest they're going to be backing this one up. But they're not. It's towards the underpass, not towards short. And Sanji has spotted everything. Good smoke, buys him some time.
Playing around it nicely. The bullets do connect, though. The fact he hasn't gone down means they have to wait. And now the rotates come in. Buster did such good work, but not this time. Brokey will connect towards bench. Olaf finds Sanji at the edge of that smoke. We now have an advantage, an extended advantage by coldzera. FaZe Clan will be getting that bomb down thanks to Olaf Meister and his fingertips. Just Adren and Jane left to likely save.
Likely at this point. After an 8-round streak, finally, Virtus.pro have been toppled. FaZe will have a player to the top of middle, and it's enough to take down Jame. A valuable scalp to take, considering he's got the AWP. He still has enough for the AWP into the next round. They get $1,400 per player on top of what they have on the left-hand side of your screens by virtue of the loss bonus. So Adren trying to hold on to his M4. Give him an extra $1,400. He can get his grenades and drop an M4 if required, but it doesn't look like he has to. He's absolutely fine. See him go down eventually.
All right, guys, we're going to quickly talk about what made that possible. Nico and coldzera setting up the fake right here. They can come in late for the clutch. The smokes are coming over, but I want to change the camera angle. Look, it automatically draws the rotation. Buster's out of there. Sanji, he's left all alone on the site, and then they just barrel up catwalk here. We can see them launching straight up. It's a fake. Sanji's isolated. They really bit hard on that fake from FaZe here.
Yeah, it was convincing. They threw, what, 2 smokes over, 4 flashbangs. They sent Nico in with some gunshots as well. Molotovs were down. And yeah, hook, line, and sinker. 1 player rotating out of the B bomb site. It's more than enough and very convincing in terms of the frags found. coldzera actually one of the first on the bomb site after being part of the initial fake there. So great stuff from him. Only the second for FaZe, and it was a very technical fake that had to find it. We'll see whether they've got any more of that up their sleeve. And FaZe Clan, their only loss in the last 3 months on Mirage was to Vitality. That game ended 16-14. Could have another one here if this continues. Virtus.pro 8, FaZe 2, as we enter round number 11 here.
Will be the buy round for VP once more, and, well, you would expect that after the streak of rounds they've been on. The money should not be too much of a problem, but it will be if they lose this round here without much of a response. It does look like B, fast, is going to be where they wanted to head. I'm not sure what happened there with Olaf. Kind of just shot randomly. They stopped and looked at the Molotov, and now they're reconsidering where they're headed. 2 individuals, one over towards A ramp, one over towards Palace watching the push. 3 in the B halls. They've completely forgotten about mid. This was the key component of their game plan throughout. There won't be any aggression coming in across the map. Virtus.pro, as we've previously spoken about, are more than happy to sit on back.
Sanji will find the first onto Olof. Just as he was maneuvering out of B, the bomb was behind him, but oh, the timing. Nico's got the back of that and turned, and he will be able to punish. That's the equalizer they were looking for. Rain does leap into the A site, and they've managed to take full control. A very passive A setup here is being exploited.
Oh, this is right down to the wire. Buster just needs a shoelace to appear, and there's an ankle on display. But the bomb won't be denied, but Kicker certainly will be. It's going to be FaZe of 2 in a row here. A lovely round once again. They're starting to pull their socks up and show us what they're made of here in Mirage and why they picked the map. 4 players to survive, and James, well, of course, have to save the orb, and that's a great shot for him to kick things off here. But he is isolated towards the kitchen. They're certainly going to want to hunt him. You don't want him to save the weapon. He's that sort of player that has the sort of capacity to win with just USPs around him if he saves the AWP.
Yeah, really break them here. Don't give them any glimmer of hope. If FaZe want to mount a comeback, taking this AWP away would be a great place to start. And they will do it. Nico with a huge round. He opened that one up. Now, look, they went towards that B site and they had Olof swing on out to try and take on Sanji. One of the reasons for that, and we see this a lot, the B bomb site and players like Sanji, you have Carrigan holding that position. We can always talk about a bunch of weaker players who you put as your B defender because it should be a spot where you can at least delay and the rotation can come in. If you make it so that Sanji has to be tested time and time again, you're going to make sure that B defender has to stay close on the site with him and can't lean and help middle or have an early rotation over towards that A bomb site. So by making sure you keep Sanji in check, you keep them in that 2-1-2 defense, and from there you're able to find a gap or two.
It's all about the conditioning of your opponent. I like this from Sanji. One way to make something out of nothing is to have a real chance. My goodness, flashes, pushes, and it's made them 2 rifles on the floor. Now Brokey's is missing shots. Fortunately, coldzera's there to hold his hand. That could have got a little awkward had another dink come in from the USP.
Yeah, they've already lost the pistol so far in that second round. Don't want that to happen again. Looks like they've stabilized up against just Jamie of the USP. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. FaZe looking for that 4th.
They will have to leave the guns here, though, if they do want to plant the bomb. The problem is with them all dropped in middle. James has them off to a flame. Would be trying to pick up one of those upgraded weapons. However, coldzera will take him down. And now FaZe are starting to look dangerous. They've got 3 on the trot. If they can close this half out with an 8-7, similar scenes to what we saw over there on Overpass. Here's coldzera saving the day. The hero himself will get his all the way up to 11 kills now, leading the charge, tied up with Sanji and Kickit, who are both on 11 on their side of things. Buster has 10, Nico on 10 for the FaZe Clan. The duo of coldzera and Nico has definitely been delivering these last couple of days, boys. I didn't know if it was going to work out, but it seems to
looks
be.
good. I'm a big fan.
It's taken a long time. This wasn't a plug-and-play type situation at all.
And one of the most controversial and expensive transfers probably in CSGO history.
Yeah. I mean, it would have to be to see these names all in one team. That's been the case for a while, right? I mean, Olof, Meister, Rain, coldzera, Nico under one banner. It is just such a tantalizing prospect. Already, though, again, they fall. Speaking of Olof, he's the first, and now the second. Rain's gone. Will they expect a Dren? You talked about this before, Henry.
Yeah, that double shadow setup is working out nicely for them. Dren's still alive and kicking, but can he hold it up? Apparently not. Nico, known for his Palace plays, has brought it back to the 2 versus 2. Orb available on either side. Brokey's still with 100 HP, and now they've lost track of FaZe. Could they make their way back towards the B bomb site? The answer is yes. There's plenty of time. A minute on the clock, and Jay will reposition and actually go towards the B kitchen, knowing there's a chance they could lose hold of this and need vital information. Bomb still on the back of Brokey, and he holds towards the shadow position right now. You can see Nico making his way back towards middle. He has no utility, but he can fire off some shots, which he probably will do in the next 15 seconds or so. He wants to get some attention on this side of the map and just suggest they could be heading up towards B. Or go for the straight up stealth pincer.
Yeah, exactly. Look at Sanji's position. He is responsible for this hold. Nico's not going to be ready for Sanji. What am I thinking? Of course he was. And now, as they slowly start to advance out of A, they are going to be all too aware that James could be on the other side of the map. He makes it very clear. And the bomb didn't go down. Brokey's actually repositioned to triple. He was planting default. And that smoke enables him to disappear elsewhere.
Yeah, I guess he assumed that there was going to be a chance of that 2 versus 1. Now it's AWP-on-AWP action with a bit of extra time to spare here. James has no kit, no utility, and maybe no chance. But the position of the bomb, it doesn't lend itself to the positioning of Brokey. We'll see whether he can actually get away with this one. I feel like there's an angle where he can just defuse and not be seen as he investigates the bomb site right now. Molotov down.
He has to push it.
He has to go for a 10-second defuse, remember, so he's banking on the fact that Brokey will be held off, but he sits in the flames, finds the shot, no problem at all, and it's going to be the 4th round in a row now for FaZe.
I'm just diving back to that round number 22. I was just mentioning, Alex, where, not round number 22, we're not 22 rounds into the game. What am I talking about? The round where Olaf went out towards B, and I was talking about conditioning Sanji. Well, I got a tweet coming on in where somebody had mentioned about the bomb being shown on Olaf. I'm going back to watch this. The bomb was on Brokey, I believe, because he had to rotate all the way back from B hall. So an idea that we have seen, and it's been used on pistol rounds, definitely over towards A on Mirage, is showing the bomb to draw the rotation. So that tweet, I don't have the name handy, but thank you for that one. I'm glad you caught it.
It was a good tweet. Solid tweet. Good effort. Keep sending them in. And for now, just pistols and a James Scouts can be enough. Just needs that opening pick. Yeah, that's for sure. Bit of a 3-man focus towards B. Buster over there with the Desert Eagle. He's starting to get control of CPL as well, which he has got. Can boost up on towards those short boxes if required. Give a nice bird's eye view of the site. See if that's their play. Just going to be swinging around here into the B-bombs. Remember, they've fallen here many times before. They keep going to this tight choke point and finding the same results here, but they might be able to recover this one. Apparently not. coldzera, he will be striking with that Krieg. Olofmeister leaps out of the bomb position, and now it's a 2 versus 2. We'll kick up with the AWP for sure.
Could be the better weapon for the job.
Yeah, I feel like they win this off that.
I mean, as soon as they leave this site, they die. That's the peak. That's the death. On to Olaf. Good damage onto the first. It's only Jame on a scout. I'll remind you, no armor on the second prong of this retake. And so Olaf, they know exactly where he is, and Kickett's not going to miss. That's twice, 2 for 2. VP have won with their Desert Eagles and Scouts.
Yeah, I don't like these B approaches they're making against the CZs and Deagles. You can see if they do stack it, you have no information. At least run the default first. Try and get a kill. Let's try and get a bit of an advantage. Bait out some utility at least instead of getting 1D'd in CZ like that. They will have money for the final round, but still, that's a gut punch considering they had a bit of a resurgence there towards the end.
Yeah, you think about this. If they don't lose the second round of the game, they're able to convert that. They don't lose that round right there. Well, the half is swung in the other direction, probably in their favor.
Right.
So right here, VP is sitting on the precipice right now, walking away with 10 CT-sided rounds, which would be fantastic. Looks like they're going back to the more mid-orientated approach. Well, Ren, the new captain of the team, is ready for that. He'll get the opening, and so much damage through the smoke. Look at Nico, he just got melted.
Yeah, they're going to be in a lot of trouble now. Final round of his first half, and it's going to be a 4-on-3 to kick things off there. Dren, he got the opening frag, and the HE just opens up FaZe Clan. Broke it down to 58. They've lost coldzera, and it looks like 10-5 is almost locked in at this point. Olofmeister hasn't had the best shift so far on the T side with 5 kills to his name, but he has got basic connector controls. Having the smoke for now, he's hoping that smoke will dissipate. He'll get vision of one and maybe a slight advantage and take him down, but no one there ready and waiting. We do have Kicker, though, on the ticket booth. He could be swinging any second now towards that connector position. Sanji to watch it as well.
They're not being quiet about this. 3 CTs conscious of 1 player.
Oh, Brokey's done for, I think. That Krieg looks too strong in that position.
Yeah, it's a small adjustment to make, right? Does pull Nico's crosshair, and it's actually Olaf, excuse me, who finds that frag. Now, the 2 of them can perhaps try and force an advantage, force a fight. They won't find it onto Sanji. He's played that well. And so has, well, I was going to say Brokey. They just go down immediately. Let's see this at the start. Lovely plays across the board to start it off, but momentum shifts in the second half of our first half. We'll see what happens in the second when we come back.
Spread it all around the world, watch it all change. Came alive, now they all see the greatness. Light shine so hot they can't take it. Dancing with my fear. Yeah. Hey, push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay, live it up. Cause it's fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy, what? About too hard, ayy, what? About too hard, ayy, about too hard, yeah. I'm killing your favorite rapper, it's minimum effort. Yeah, your corpse getting severed. The industry dry, it's a desert. Do whatever it is that you think that you're doing, I'm doing it better. Straight double use, that's my ladder. Don't got no snakes, only ladders, ayy. They tryna figure out what's on our plate. Infinity sideways, we already ate. Skipping is basic, skipping is classic. Stay out of trouble, now I can relate. Nevertheless, again, I'm doing great. I just finished this thing, ain't no debate. You ain't my dog, you ain't my family, and sure as hell, you're not my mate. Yeah, I take my place at the summit. I can't wait till we counting them hundreds. I cannot lie, I ain't rich, yeah, but when I say my time coming, it's coming. And some of y'all got ahead of me. To be honest, I wasn't even running. But very soon I'ma run it. I demand it, man, I want it. Push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. Cause it's fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What? About too hard, ayy. What? About too hard, ayy. About too hard, ayy. They not gon' like this, don't like surprises. I cause a crisis, man, I'm a scientist. With the music I spice things, up to my liking. Man, I want nice things, nice things. That's not an AK, it's a Uzi. I pull up and shoot it to movie. I'm chasing the bag, not a coochie. Cut ties with the fake, now it's Gucci. Word of my niggas from the 021. You count 6 shots and I count 2 guns. Some people still think I rap just for fun, but soon they look up to me just like the sun. Yeah, you can come over here. Swear it's like no career. Swear you got no idea. Soon you have no career. Take a good look in the mirror. They need to know that I'm here. Don't you act like it ain't clear. Yeah. Push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far.
My, Virtus.pro have kept the series interesting and they've kept this half close, dominating FaZe Clan in pursuit of double digits in just the first half alone. It is our second map of the first game today. On day, what is it, 14 now?
Day 14, I believe, Alex,
wow.
yes.
Day
It's
14.
been quite the grind at Counter-Strike, but it continues to deliver, and Virtus.pro are keeping them head above water here at this point. 10-5 in the second half. Indeed, they move over to the T side now. If they win the pistol, they might just be able to edge us to a third, which is Inferno if required. Looking at their buy, they've got 2 smokes and 3 flashbangs. We know they've done their homework so far. Just to note, Buster has a P250 as well, and they are setting up a bit of a default. 2 players towards the B apartments, probably going underpass to set up a split at this point. Nico.
Oh, he saw him.
I think he saw him, and Sandy, same story. Flashbang comes through.
He has got the threat of the flank as well.
Oh my god.
See ya.
Okay, 160 degrees, no issue for Nico in the blink of an eye. He now has support as well. Coldzera's behind him. And it does look like the T side starting to gather their forces towards that B site. They could go through underpass to middle, and ooh, middle's going to open up.
Wait,
Sanji
what just happened there?
just wins a crucial duel versus Nico. He's been waiting his time, biding his time for that. Broki's going to clear out the tunnels, and if he hits this shot, that's the bomb. Oh no! The Latvia can't. And now, with Adren and Jame, Virtus.pro look to overcome the early deficit they conceded, and they've still got a pretty damn good shot at doing so.
Adren and Jame.
Iconic duo.
That is an iconic duo. See whether
Oh,
the headshot of
the bomb's
Coldzera.
down.
The bench, we're still getting used to it. You can be spotted from short as well as
Here we go.
CCTs towards our position. Adren, though, with a chance. Coldzera not getting the insta-kill does allow him to get a gush here,
Oh,
which he
no.
will. I'm not sure how this has gone down, but 28 seconds remain, and the bomb, it's grabbable.
I'm feeling that Adren one tap.
The problem is he has to go down, get the bomb, and he only has 20
God,
seconds at this
yeah.
stage. Can he even
Has to
get it
go A.
planted? No. I don't think even he grabbed it. Like, you'd have to go A with knife out, and obviously Ren was there. I don't think there was any window of opportunity for Adren. No plant comes through, and it was a must-win pistol for FaZe, if you ask me. They managed to pick it up, but they've won both pistols now. So that's 0 and 4 on pistols with VP, but they did manage to win the second round conversion in the first half. Can they replicate it here?
All right, this is me if I'm Yanko right now.
Don't.
All right,
do
boys.
anything.
let's not lose to some pistols here.
Yeah.
And that's probably where I
That's
leave
what
it.
he- that's
what
what you
I'd
have to
say. I
say,
just
yeah.
leave it to that and then hope they don't lose.
You've all played CS long enough now. You know what you have to do. Let's just play together, play our game, hit our shots,
Listen,
and don't do anything
boys,
too crazy.
we've been working on this one. We've got some of the best players in the whole world in our team here. I want to bust out the 5 headshot strategy here. If you don't get a
Yes.
headshot, you'll be running laps and playing aimbots until 1 a.m. Oh, that's what happened with that kill. It looks so like
PC crashes are quite common these days, Chad.
yeah, look, I know a thing or two about the old PC crash.
Yeah, you can have some
Henry.
sympathy here.
Yeah, I don't know why mine has been crashing.
It's a mystery.
It is a mystery.
Why don't you?
We're going to work it out
Why don't
tonight.
you in this 30-second window? There's a lot of IT nerds watching because we're gamers after all. A lot of them,
Yeah.
a lot of crossover there. Why don't you give us the stimuli for your current crashes? You've changed the PC 3 times.
Yeah, and the issue that I'm dealing with now is so we all of our PCs are in a row, and I'm kind of trapped between the kitchen bench, and I have to get out behind Henry and Alex. So what we've done is we've created an escape path, which is very tight. You have to be very limber to get through there. But occasionally when I start moving, which is going over the power cables, occasionally it will reboot.
Well,
so that's
no,
a power
Chad,
issue.
you're suggesting that that's the issue. We don't know that's the
That's
issue.
one of the times it does it. The other times it does it, so we've been playing a couple of ESCA pugs, and it happened on both pistol rounds over 2 separate pugs, where I got rushed, and as I started to take the fight, it would like when everything glitches and everything freezes, and you get the audio like that's what happens.
I'm going to go out and say if it's 3 different PCs and the only common denominator we can work out is the SSD, that's going to be the problem. I feel like your hard drive.
You've changed monitor, you've changed PC, you've
feel
fresh
like-
installed.
I feel like you just try a new SSD with the configs and you'll be good to go. That's my diagnosis.
All right,
The
well-
only thing I can suggest at this point.
Well, maybe we just rehaul it all.
It's
Yeah.
powering down and then goes straight to the BIOS. It reboots, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then when I have even gone into the BIOS to make sure it boots from the correct SSD, then it starts booting from the default hard drive that's in the PC.
So why have you got 2 in there anyway? Could you not take one
No,
out?
the PCs already have one. All of them do. All of our
Oh,
PCs have a
okay. So
SSD.
it's got a boot on both.
Yeah. So look, there are some problems. We are working on it.
Yeah, I think by tonight we'll be okay.
I just wanted that conversation to happen in front of all those extra IT ears, and maybe you could have a solution tweeted you like, hey, have you tried DX Diag CMD IP config? You
But
know,
then there's
something like
launch
that.
command. The thing is, it does it as well when I'm just sitting on desktop. So it's not even a game-orientated thing. It's actually just, it has to be
A
a
corrupted hard
hardware.
drive.
Yeah, so,
I think so.
well, I'm not very good at building PCs. I built one once upon a time. The day before I had to play a tournament, I couldn't get it working, so my girlfriend at the time, Emily, you guys remember Emily?
Yes.
She was very lovely. She went and took it to a friend of mine that got it fixed while I was sleeping. I was going to have to play on my old broken PC, but she got that sorted for me.
That's nice of her.
I just remember being very nervous doing the thermal paste with my mum in the kitchen for the first time, just like, Mum, I've watched a tutorial. We have to do a line and then 2 dots.
Well, there's a lot of interesting activity here towards middle, and a sneaker going down
Smart.
again. Chad said the strategy was go find headshots, and
He's got one.
He's done that, but unfortunately, going down to the Glock, he has left the rifle out
He
there.
misunderstood. It was headshots against him. He
Yes,
thought.
exactly. Not receiving them. That's not as ideal, but still okay. Doesn't give too much away here. The FAMAS can just be used as bait at this point because the VP boys certainly want to pick that up, and you can see Cold Zerat trying to shut that prospect down. They have no grenades,
Round
but a
2.
boost will be coming through. 2 kills found. Bomb
Not headshots.
and not headshots. Yeah, he's not sticking to the plan here, but there it is. That's more like it for Brokey. He gets it, and will he finish things off? Too many bullets left in this Glock. 5 to go, and Cold Zerat with a couple of kills there after giving 2 away themselves. Guns to come out for Virtus.pro now. AK-47s and maybe a glass cannon or, but they really fancy it. James can afford it just from the nose. 47.50. And he goes for the AK instead.
All right, well, we've got someone chiming in already. He said overloading VRAM on graphics card. I don't know what that is.
That's your video RAM. Graphics card come with it. They usually have about like 4 or 8 gigabytes of video RAM.
Okay, I have no idea what I'm talking about. But I know what I'm talking about with the Counter-Strike.
He's
So
got a
let's focus on
2080
that.
in there. I don't think it's that.
Let's focus on this game here, as we will see the mid default coming on out. We've got smoke towards window, the Molotovs towards connector, standard as usual here, and Brokey's going to throw some node nades back to dissuade them. So is Nico, as he's going to get the opening yet again. That's 3 rounds in a row. He's found the opening kill here on this CT side.
Yeah, just up mid.
Yeah.
Up the guts.
That's what you like to see, but it is answered back in due course. Nico taken down. He has been pushing middle relentlessly. That slows things right down. We talk about these sort of plays and shutting down any original intents the T-side have. if they had a set piece or a 5-man maneuver they wanted to deploy. Even though a 4-4 technically favors VP, I would say pound for pound, obviously FaZe have more firepower behind them, and they'd be happy just to shut down a strategic edge that VP might have.
Are they intentionally making all these footsteps here? Are they trying to bait out VP?
Well, coldzera probably goes down in a second. We'll find out if this works out for him. Nice shot from Rain. And they've actually got mid-control here. Kickout will respond. He's out of the palace, and he has been detected. FAMAS will take him down. Sanji, as you said, a support player, trying to just get that bomb planted, get some extra bucks in the bank. 800 per player if he gets it down, which he has. Unlikely to win this, not known as the big clutch player within the squad, but he will have a chance for one. Not going to happen. Rain will get him, and that's going to be 3-0 now for FaZe, with 3 players surviving. Another aggressive swing towards middle does lead him to a victory, as Rain will delay the defuse so they can go recover T-sided weaponry. Kriegs, AK-47s, ideally the AWP, but that wasn't purchased, bear in mind.
Yeah, there might be another Krieg waiting for him at triple. Don't know if he's going to find that one. Instead, we are ready to see what the response is from VP. A weird buy. It would be very low utility or some SMGs on one of them.
This is a very important round.
What are they supposed to do with 2 smoke grenades, Chad?
Maybe they just want to go for a bit of an A pounce here. You can use them late to zone out as well. It looks like one towards top middle. That'll just be used to garner that control. But they won't be using it to actually fight off here. It's just
Did it fail? Where is that? That's so much deeper than I expected.
Yeah, so it depends on how you want to take the mid control. Some people throw it further to the left on that lip so that it covers off when you go across the mid box. Other people want to use that smoke to push in as they go up catwalk towards the B bomb site, or even using that to be a surprise picking position for window or into connector. So it just depends on what variation they're looking to do.
It's pick your poison. You're going to have a gap somewhere.
Yeah, it's hard to avoid. That's why you see that constant Molotov in towards that connector position, but that's obviously now being squashed by the CTs dropping their own smoke there. So the constant back and forth of this is ever evolving.
Wow. Mid control found, and the initial headshot, the kicker. It's a double as well. He slows the round down and completely dispatches of the A defense as well. FaZe Clan don't know what happens.
They were on 2 different sides of the site. One stairs, one CT, both gone now. FaZe Clan looking like they could be staring down the barrel of an 11th here for the T side. They're already falling out of the A site.
FaZe have to save because of how sloppy some of these rounds have been and the few of the deaths that they gave away to Glocks and pistols earlier. They're going to come back to haunt them immediately, and this is a freebie. They're going to get everybody surviving. FaZe aren't in a position to try and get exits.
That's true, and it all comes down to one player walking up the A ramp with the Krieg. It's been a talking point for the last 6 months, especially in the last few weeks. So a few players now and teams suggest they're not even purchasing the weapon on the T side, mainly Astralis and Mouse Sports yesterday, declaring their intent of never really going into it unless it's the final few rounds or they need a miracle on the T side. So you can see how powerful it can be in the right hands.
I want to try something, guys. We're going to bring up Skybox here, and I've actually slowed it down to 50% speed. So kick it here, coming up the A ramp. You can see Nico, he's ready to trade if Rain dies. Now watch this at a slowed speed. So Rain's going to get taken out by kick it here any second. I know I've done it at half speed, so it might take a few more.
A little bit slow.
There we go, there we go, there we go. All right.
We're up. Here he comes.
So the kill's going to come
in.
The kill comes in. Now watch how long Nico has to respond here. He's coming out. Kick-It's not even looking. Shooting, and kick it straight to the head there. So that's the opening. That's the round. Here it is. You even get the first-person view.
Second was remarkable. Even pulls up the scope again. So precise.
Bloody hell.
And that's got them into the second half, 3-1.
And we've seen the shots that Nico's been pulling off so far in this game. So for him to miss one like that, pretty uncharacteristic.
Yeah, and for Kick It to beat him to the punch, I mean, it depends on the way you want to see it.
So, much different pacing from Virtus.pro here. Smoke down towards middle. Later on in the round, same story with Connector as well. Trying to remove some of that CT vision. B setup has been established. We do have Olaf Meister, coldzera, ready and waiting with the AK and M4 towards B. Brokey, sniper, on his perch right now on top of the ticket booth, looking towards Connector, smoked out. First kill found. Olofmeister might be on for the second as well. Nice work with this AK-47.
Good control, 3-bullet bursts. Sanji, he had a perfect clean shot, and now it's going to be completely squandered. coldzera waited patiently for Sanji to overextend, did not bring the fight to him, didn't know what was on the other side of apartments. Now, however, they're building a pretty good picture of where those last players remain. They will separate Jame from the pack. Kicker's miles away.
$2,400 per player coming into that next round. It does enable them to buy going forward, even with the AWP. Kicker will have $3,000 right now. In terms of his overall kits, he doesn't matter if he dies or not, ideally get the bomb planted, but I don't think that's going to be happening. First kill will be his, though.
There's a doorway, but there's not enough time to pass through it right now. Saving that, being able to fully invest into nades in the following. He's still going to have a very potent round number.
Yeah.
What are we going into? 21?
The kill actually helps out. An extra $300 there, considering he's not getting extra money going to that next round, means he can just get all his grenades and still be level with his teammates, have a bit more money, actually. So not too bad overall. FaZe Clan, players named Nico and opening jewels, 5-0. Players not named Nico and opening jewels, 2-13.
Oh my God.
That's kind of nuts, isn't it?
That is insane.
That's awesome.
2-13.
For the rest of the team.
So that's quite the stat.
And Nico had 3 of them in the first 3 rounds of the CT half. So things have not been going well for them on that T side especially.
Stop dying early. They can't plant in middle. That's what Henry G would be shouting at me.
Big round here. Money weak on either side. Orbs found for Brokey and for Jame. No armor on the latter. They do have the utility. In terms of T-weaponry, we've got a couple of Kriegs on the CT side and an AK-47. Pretty much the best setup you could ask for on the CT hold. Rain with the Juggle Peak on the incendiary. Not going to deploy just yet. Sure, there's presence there, but with the Molotov down, they can't advance, right? So they'll just buy an extra few seconds, then deploy his to deny access.
Ooh. Now that's a CT smoke. You sometimes even see the T's throw that one.
Yeah, it's a cheeky one as well. You can see that. Gives him a lovely little angle towards the Palace position. B execution, split from short, looking likely. That's smoke, though. Does that stop them? Does it dissuade them from their approach?
It's a split. They're going up cat. They have to commit. They have to go.
Oh, so Cold can completely destabilize. He will find Sanji. He knows there's a chance for more. Olof's calling short presence. He'll throw out a flash for a repeat. It's looking promising. We'll dig into the site. 30 seconds, they have to commit.
Oh,
yeah.
gosh.
Nice moves here from Olofmeister. Not going for the frags, just whittling down that clock. And coldzera, he knows there's more players towards the Palace position here as well. We are going to have a 3 versus 1. Make it 0. Perfectly played. The smoke down towards the apartment's position. There was absolutely everything. Chad's right. They had to commit because they were so committed up towards shore. The players in towards the apartment's position had to follow up and go for the smoke. They flashed through, but it's all in vain. You can see they have to just come for a great screen. Olofmeister jumps up looking towards shore with that Krieg. You can see how powerful and potent the weapon is in the right position as they have a very clean round here. This was a big one as well. It gets him to double digits and shuts down the economy. Kicker will go for the hero Krieg. He's actually invested 4,300 here. So this is most of his money. They do have maximum loss bonus. With $600, he'll still have enough for AK armor in the next round, even though he's fully invested here.
Interesting. Okay, I like the hero play. Channeling his inner Superman to try and pull his team across the line with the only real viable weapon. Jame with the backup Kevlar should his teammate go down, makes that rifle still relevant. But, well, Jame not going to be relevant in this round. He's just caught an AWP bullet to the thigh.
Oh, no.
And Kickit does manage to catch Nico off guard. A start, not necessarily the finish. Jame finished off now. Brokey will convert. 2 bodies dropped, 1 for either side so far.
So Kicker in this investment, he's already done enough here. You know, I was going to say he maybe 2 kills would be fantastic. 1's great. There's the second. They're just doing damage. They're keeping this FaZe economy right where they want it. You can see the money that's left over for Olof, 3,200. For Nico, 1,300. You can see for Brokey, he's the only one with cash left.
Yeah.
Any more damage they can do, even if they don't win this round, this is huge for VP.
They keep giving away these advantages. You'd think when the money's low, let's just play together. Make sure there's no chances round falls apart. Just to know, we have got coldzera on a hard flank here towards T-spawn as they make their way towards A. This first kill towards the Palace position, very important. Not clean at all.
Big whiff.
Big whiff. Not good enough. Rain will give them access now towards the A side. Brokey to save the day, and coldzera, he needs a bit of time purchase for him here to go for this flank.
They can't lose to pistols again from a Vanguard. Brokey, he's speaking the same, this time with his weapon. does neutralize 2. Bomb will go down, and it is going to be still 2 rifles in play. Neither of them have armor, though, and that's their disadvantage. The slow crawl from Cold will find the first, and they know where the last is. Sanji to clutch it out. Brokey with a huge round. It's all Brokey to keep FaZe Clan alive. We saw the statistics. Every member of FaZe that's not Nico has been struggling in opening duels. Well, it's Brokey who opens and closes an important round.
He just got an ace, and that's his 13th kill there. So he wasn't having the best game after the first half, but that is an absolutely brilliant performance here. He had to buy time, like we said. They'd already lost 2 kills to the pistol, given up Kriegs as well, and he does such a great job. He deployed 2 flashbangs before this sequence, enables time and denies the plant for a good 10 seconds, and enabling Cold Zero to get up towards the A ramp, and then he can swing and close things out with Brokey as we get an 11-11 scoreline. Money is still decent. So once again, FaZe limp into the round. They lose one of these, they're going to be down to a force by themselves. They know it. Rain trying to find them an opening pick. He's got 2 players behind him as well, watching toward the Palace. Bravely swings out the M4. Continuing to fight here as well. He has no idea that he's right next to him. Kicker's got the advantage now. And he will walk up, and luckily Rain gets out of there.
That reload.
Yeah.
That was the sound cue Kicker needed. Starts stepping, stomping towards Rain, but he looks like he wants a second chance. And he's calling it clear. The ball's on this Norwegian. He's going all the way through T-Spawn. He's going to be getting them so much early info.
You just wouldn't expect this play. This is actually God tier from Rain. Like, technically, you shouldn't be doing this. They've got the advantage, and they should be maintaining that. But the fact this is so unexpected, I actually really like it. Jane will pull one back as they head towards B, and Rain will commit and actually push towards the B apartments. It's up to Brokey to defend, with Olof Meister there with the AK.
Brokey was the hero of the last round. This time, his opponents have a whole lot better weapons. Let's see if him and Olof can keep them at bay. Nice positioning, not so good in the fragging department. The flank from Rain. Oh, it's all been squandered. All of that marathon he had to overcome just to get to the right bomb site, and he's just fired off a shot as they leave the window.
You know, James' opening kill that he got there is probably based off of the information that Rain had that it's clear. So what happens is when you have somebody pushing, it's like, all right, T-spawn's clear, and then you want to start rotating individuals over to back up that other bomb site. So it's potentially in transition where James caught Cold Zero there. I'm just trying to go back and see if I can find this, and we'll potentially be able to bring it up on Skybox. Just want to make sure I locate the right moment here.
Yeah, don't blame you. For now, the moment for FaZe Clan has passed, at least in round, what is it now, 22, 23.
Oh my goodness. Well, we did say FaZe are very fragile right now. Rain with the flank wasn't quite enough. Chad, what have you got?
So they got smoked off, and Cold Zero's in rotation. James waiting on Cat, looking over this Molotov, which is why I think Cold thought he was safe. But as we can see, dead. And that was him trying to rotate over towards the B bomb site to help them out, knowing the impending doom was coming on in. So it wasn't to be.
Certainly wasn't. FaZe will not fully invest into this round. Just looking at the bigger picture, going to try and win out with the 2 saved rifles here, one of which is the Nico Krieg. Oh, it's a nice position as well. Could be enough.
Feels like enough for at least a kill. It's going to be the AWPer there as well. We know players can take these fights versus AWPers a whole lot more confidently when they have the scope, and that he's in the perfect crosshair placement for this peek on James.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. See you later.
Just as the flash popped, that was his cue to start clicking.
Yeah, it's perfect as well. He's not done yet. He knows he needs to find a couple more to stand a chance of winning this round. And for now, P250s, or P2000s, I should say, holding towards that A ramp. Olof Meister trying to sneak his way in to pick up the weapon. He's got an AWP. They didn't recover that. They didn't react. Why have they not smoked on top of the A ramp and denied access towards that position? Yeah. I couldn't tell you. So it's actually gone back into a more defensive manner now.
And now Brokey's AWP that he recovered from Jane will find the first. A second should be on the cards. Brokey finally does hit it. It was Cold Zero's Deagle to convert, and this is another round for FaZe Clan with only the 2 saved rifles. That is a must win for VP.
I haven't seen that boost before on the A side, Chad. I'm not sure about you. I know it was possible, but I didn't think it'd be that effective. Very cool angle.
Yeah, it was a good use of that weapon. They were lucky to be gifted that, and you could see Nico even wanted to go for more, but I think once he realized how many Kriegs were on the other side, sitting and lying in wait was the right decision. And then, look, it all came down to that point you made about not hiding the AWP.
Yes.
I know Brokey only got 1 kill, but you think that you'd want to make sure they can't get there. That's the first thing you want to do, deny that.
The absolute first thing I'd be doing. Smoking the A ramp, throwing that AWP out of it, so making sure they can't pick it up, a full back to a defensive line where they can hold the A site. What a nightmare for VP there. Sure, it's a very chaotic scenario. You're trying to work out what Nico was. You probably couldn't even give a decent, educated guess as to where he is. You have no idea.
Just say A?
Yeah, I think he's A. You probably just scoped in CT spawn. You're probably not going to see him, right?
Yeah.
So there is... I do understand why there's confusion there, but at the same time, that shouldn't be happening. Olof shouldn't be able to get a P2000, walk up and pick up an AWP from the A ramp. 12-12. Damage inflicted towards coldzera. He's got 22 kills to his name and still with a Krieg in his hand. Could be the final map if FaZe convert these next few.
I think this has been much tougher than they were expecting before picking Mirage here. Kept very honest within that first half and now being pushed to work harder and harder here in the second half. And Rain again close towards this A ramp, getting offered up just a little bit of leg.
It's enough to get him excited.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
Yeah, well, 14 days in a house with 6 men will do that to you. Good flashes and Molotovs to keep them at bay, and with 40 seconds, it's getting a little concerning. VP, they're running out of chances. This aggressive hold needs to be questioned. James up, he's going to drop. He's going to be dealt with by Nico. There's more where that came from, and it's all Nico. He doesn't even need his partner in crime.
Wow, you can see the shred potential of the Krieg in full effect here. The AWP will chime in as well. Currently a 4 versus 1. That's sick as Nico continues his assault towards the A ramp. And Dren probably takes him down here. He can pre-fire the corner, but that's all he'll get surely. Nice work to get a second, but nowhere near winning the round, as they'll still have the maximum loss bonus, but they haven't planted down for a couple, meaning they have to take a partial by this stage.
Yeah, and before we saw them go for that hero Krieg on Kick It, he was able to get 2 massive openings onto the A bomb site, and that's all it took.
7 opening kills in this half alone. A true thorn in the VP side. I think that's a fair thing to say. Yeah, this is unreal. He's got 20... Oh, he's got 100 HP at this point. I thought he got tagged up. It was another player, I beg your pardon. But still, the aggressive nature of him. Just ready and waiting, just flicking around. This is Nico you want to see.
This is not the first day we've seen it either. Every day of play from FaZe, we've seen elements of the old Nico. It is quick, straight towards A. Rotate will be slow. Nico's coming in from connector. We'll see already the first frag happen. James has a chance into 2. Kept level by Nico, who is just a rash on Mirage. He's absolutely everywhere, and he is irritating for VP. They get the advantage back. Frag onto Rain, but no bomb plant just yet. It doesn't look like that's going to be the next mission. That's what the line was being held for, though. Brokey will flash his teammate Olof in, but with the loss of health, he's not willing. Instead, a quick chop and change. Weapons don't touch the ground. That's smooth moves, and bomb's still loose on A.
Couldn't tell you what Sanji was up to there. No flash down, no smoke in CT spawn. Runs with the bomb out and just offers himself up, and they've lost it in the worst possible spot, but they could fight their way out of this. Still have a minute to work with, and Brokey a little bit more active with the smoke down here, trying to deny access. Smoke will be recovered on the bomb, and now up to Brokey.
What is he up to? He's been spotted. I'm not sure. Barrel perhaps poking out. An AWP bullet did whistle past his ear. And now he pushes in. Looking promising. Needs to clean onto Kick It. Gets it. Adren now with a 1v2. His opponents are low. Hamstrung. But so is he. He's lost all of his teammates. The bomb is retrievable, but Brokey's got his eyes staring down the barrel of the cross. Olof will fall on the first jiggle. 20 seconds and he knows where Brokey is. He's hunting him down, and Adren will save the day for VP. 8 health points to spare.
That's more like it from the old boy. Gets himself his 19th kill, a 2 versus 1. Excellent work there. Very calm, very disciplined, and a huge round of pickup as well. I thought Brokey, the young star, had done enough here. 2 kills in that Krieg. They both retreat towards CD spawn because the smoke was down. But Olof Meister getting dropped. He knew exactly where Brokey would be. A preemptive shot towards the CT steps has led them to an eco at this point. A chance for VP to actually take the lead. Their money is ruined as well. They need to be very careful here. They cannot afford to lose to PD50 T50s and Deagles, especially with no armor behind them. They are opting for the B bomb side as well. All 5 players on this side of the map. We talked about the dangerous nature of this approach against the B stack, which is certainly there. They've got 2 players on the side. They're going in, Chad. Alex, take it away.
Oh my goodness, first 2. Taste of their own medicine imminent already. Bodies dropped as you commit to B. Eco's Deagle. Oh, a P250. A flawless pistol. Eco up against the full buy of VP. It's agonizing to watch unfold.
If you're an in-game leader watching this right now, please just watch this and take note. It doesn't work. You run into a B stack, you have no idea what's on the other side. They're world-class players. They're going to hit their shot if they are waiting for you. The B bomb site has a drop-down area. They can kill you mid-air. And it's a clean sweep on a full eco for FaZe Clan. This shouldn't be happening. It's not in the script. It shouldn't even be part of the footnotes.
There's been 3 of those this game alone.
Oh, that makes my heart bleed. You've done so well to get FaZe on the ropes. You should be 14-13 up. They should be limping into the round. You've given them now 5 weapons, all the money in the world. And the reason you did it was because you went for a B fast-paced effort with no real utility behind it.
And a bit of a newbie question here, but they're going to have a very good idea that there's an eco coming, right?
Of course, their money was like neck and neck at one point. VP had a slight edge in the previous round, forcing them down to an eco. That was their chance to establish their economy.
They would have come in with the knowledge.
If they had a clean round there, only a couple players going down, they'd have a lot of money. They could actually afford to lose one more round. Now, anything but. They had the force buy with 3 weapons here, 2 pistols. If they lose this round, it's series point and pretty much GG.
Kick it caught an aid as well. That's a downward spiral for him.
Well, this is a nice boost. This might catch Brokey off guard here. He can pivot just on top of his teammate's head. Besides that Molotov situation, it will buy him enough time to back on off and reconsider their setup. Doesn't want to get caught off guard here by any lurking Virtus.pro players. And Rain, well, we've seen him over towards his A ramp a bunch of times now. Once again, he's going to get information, this time not to be pestered early.
What a joy to have a player who takes these pushes with such conviction and belief in their own aim. You can just get this info so often. How many times during a FaZe Mirage game do they hear him say, nothing A ramp? It's a powerful combination of words to hear as you try and build the picture of where VP could be positioning themselves. It's middle for now.
40 seconds remain, Al, and we'll see whether this is going to be enough. VP with 1 smoke remaining. It's being deployed, and they're going to have to make their way towards A. The danger man, Nico, has been a monster this game. Here's the Molotov towards Shadow. Buster has got position of the CT steps, but no longer has a head. That's one of the rifles removed, and they'll swarm his position. They don't actually know where he is at this point. Nico gets a second. So precise, so aggressive. And at this point, Rain, he'll get the bomb down. Looks like we have got series points here. 10 seconds remain. Can't even get a plant at this stage. Rain can be combative around this bomb, as we'll see coldzera bring in the flank and actually leave Sanji in a 3 versus 1. Might as well run the time
after the time.
Yeah, after the time. Don't kill him. Don't kill him. Wait. There it is. Did he get it? He did. Yeah, Sanji, $300.
That's
Perfect.
the punish for the last round of the game.
No money.
Cannot do anything.
He's used to the Glock though, Chad.
What could he buy? A smoke?
A
He can buy a
P250.
HE,
He
get
can buy a
him a flash.
P250. He
He
buys
got a smoke.
He gets a Galil. So,
Okay.
oh no, he doesn't.
Well, why would he?
Is he
Don't
Glock
Kevlar.
smoke?
I think he's Glock
smoke. The Sanji meme
He
continues.
gets Glock smoke for the final round potentially. That's not ideal.
Oh,
All right, guys, I'm smoking mid.
That's all I can do this round. Literally, that's all I've got.
Imagine if it misses.
Yeah, if I missed. I think I nailed it. It's in. All right. Okay, so Olaf Meister, he might not be aware of it, but he just must make the biggest play of the game so far. The swinger coming through. coldzera, though, can't find the 3rd frag. Still a 3-on-3. Sanji alive and kicking with the Glock still.
But Nico and Cold are dead.
That's a good point.
26 and 30 apiece.
Oh, there's a player in A. Kicker taking matters into his own hands here.
No one's looking.
No, they're not. Is it timing? Are they going to turn around? The Galil!
Oh, he's missed his shots, and it is not as clean as it could have been. It could have been too.
Good nade, that could be enough.
Oh, bowling Shane!
A lot of spin on that one. It is going to be a 2-on-1 now. Sanji with no
There
armor.
we
He
go.
entered the
Come on,
round with a
Sanji.
Glock and a smoke. That's all that was left. And can he save the day here? Avoid a 2-0. FaZe Clan looked like they're positioned perfectly. Sanji with 18 kills to his name. A minute on the clock here. And his days are numbered. And there it is. Rain will close things out. It is going to be 2-0. It was must win for FaZe here in EPL. And they've managed to get across the line. It was close, a competitive game. But still, FaZe closed it out in style.